This is just a quick video on knives, and it's just my personal opinion about knives. But I was reading the latest edition of American Handgunner, and it's a great magazine. And just flipping through it, I noticed they have this Hallmark Cutlery little 3-inch knife over here. And it says, buy it while supplies last, $400 shipped. And I'm looking at the knife and it looks good. And it's a bad blood knife, I guess. So I've heard of those before, and I'm sure they're really good knives. But I guess when you think about knives, everyone has different needs, right? I don't live in the middle of the country. I'm in the more of a metropolitan area, and so I'm not really like using my knife to hunt boars or kill elephants or cut down trees and stuff. So most of the knives that I have, and this is just one knife roll that I just grabbed here, most of the ones I have are on the cheaper side, I guess. So I guess it all comes down to what people like to spend their money on. I can certainly buy a $400 knife if I wanted. I just see no reason to. And there's probably some people out there that, they do see a reason to. I watched that guy, Jim Skelton. He's got a knife channel, very entertaining. And he's got quite a collection of knives. And some of them are $1,000, $2,000, $80,000. I don't know. They're very expensive knives. To me, I would never in a million years dream of doing that. Everyone has differences. I would spend a lot of money on a watch, a lot of money on a house, a lot of money on a car. Even guns. I don't really have very, very expensive guns. Because the point I guess I'm getting at is, any gun I have, I noticed this new, to me it's new, the term barbecue gun. And I see Kimber makes a line of barbecue guns. This, on the cover, Wilson Combat barbecue gun. I guess those are, another way of saying safe queen. Barbecue gun, safe queen, gun you don't shoot a lot, you take out at a barbecue, I guess, and you show it off. To me, everything I have, I use. So if I buy a gun, no matter whatever cost it is, I'm going to carry the gun, I'm going to take it to the range, I'm going to shoot thousands of rounds, whatever I feel like, through it. And that's the same thing with the knife. And for me, like, for instance, this one here. This is the Ontario Rat. I think this is like $20 on Amazon, this one here. To me, and again, this is my opinion, it's a great knife. There's no play in the blade, front, back, side to side. It's very sharp. Yeah, is it made in Taiwan? Yep. So I guess that's a downside for people. But to me, if I'm carrying a knife for self-defense and I'm attacked and my gun malfunctions and I happen to defend myself with this knife, I think it would do the trick. And I don't think the guy's going to say, hey man, you stabbed me with the Chinese knife. I think it's just going to do whatever it has to do. To me, again, there are some cheap knives out there. This is something I just ordered on eBay, an Enlan M07. It's a really thin, light knife. I got it for times when I'm just wearing a pair of dress pants or something like that, and I don't want something really heavy, but I want a sharp knife just for an everyday task. Sometimes you want to cut a piece of, rope or cut open a package from Amazon or eBay or something like that. That's mostly what I use my knives for. But they're always there for self-defense purposes. And again, it's a solid blade. Would it be a knife that's good for repeated self-defense purposes? I don't think so. So that means if you, God forbid, you had to stab someone and went through a rib, this and that, I think it would puncture the vital organ that you needed to puncture. But you'd probably not want to use that knife again. It'd probably be taken away from you anyway. But if, it's a one-time deal. If you use a knife for self-defense, I don't think you got to clean off the blood off of it and say, hey, this is going to be really good for next time I get attacked, I could use a knife. And I think when you got a $400 knife, A, you're not going to want that knife confiscated, and B, you know, you got to treat it more like a safe clean type of a knife. I mean, I think probably the most expensive knife that I have here is this, you know, this Fox Karambit. And actually it was a gift anyway. I didn't even buy it. I think it's $100 and something. It's an awesome knife. I love it. It's, you know, stays in my pocket a lot of times depending on the area. But you probably can't see, but it's got a little wear on it because I have used it to, you know, cut boxes, and I use it for self-defense demonstrations and so forth. And I think it's made in Italy. Yeah, actually it is. So it's a real nice knife. It's made in Italy, but it's a great self-defense knife. But I know there's karambits out there that cost $1,000, $2,000, and they would accomplish exactly the same thing that this would. I'm not going to go into the different types of steel and all that. A lot of people are really into, you know, what steel it is, and I don't even know anything about that. I buy a knife just because I think they look cool. You know, this is some cheap knife I got on eBay. I got it because it looked like the knife they used at the end of, not at end of, but in one of the last episodes of Boardwalk Empire when they killed that guy, Gyp Rossetti. They stabbed him in the back with the knife like that. And I thought it was a cool looking knife with this fake ivory handle. So I think I got 2 of them for, I don't know what, they were cheap as anything. But they're really just for, I'm not going to carry this. It's just, you know, it's a stupid looking thing. But I just got it. And I realize, again, everyone to each his own. You know, this, to me, great knife. A Raja 3 by Cold Stone. I don't know, $50 knife, not a $400 knife. And, you know, that's the perfect self-defense knife. It's a great knife. And again, if I used it once for self-defense, I think I got my money's worth out of it. But the difference between buying a knife and buying a gun is a gun you could take to the range and you could shoot it and you could really, you know, love that gun and have a nice time with that gun. Knives, except again for the occasional time you're cutting a string or a box or a package or something like that, even though they're self-defense knives, you're not really using them for self-defense that often. If you are using a knife every day for self-defense, I'd move out of the area that you're living in. So, I don't know, this is just my take on knives, but I'm not saying these people are wrong at all. If you want to spend $2,000 on a knife, God bless you, and if that's what interests you, you know, go ahead and do so. But to me, I don't know, even this one here, I think I got this at Walmart when I was down in Florida and I wasn't able to have a gun with me at the time. And that's a $10 Kershaw knife. A Crown, I think they call it. It's made in China. Well, you know what? When I wasn't able to carry anything else where I was, and there was no stores open except for this Walmart, to go in there and spend $10, $12 and have this knife in my pocket in case I needed it for a self-defense situation, it's a great knife. There's no play. There's nothing on it. I don't even know how they make them so cheap for $10, but it's a wood handle. Seems like a good steel. I think it would do the trick. Would it snap off if it hit a rib or something like that? Maybe, but I think it would go through and get penetration. And again, I wouldn't use it again after that. So, you know, I don't think it would. A $400 knife is going to do any better than a $20 knife. So that's just my take on it. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. But that's it. So it's just my take on knives, and if you like your $3,000 knives, God bless you. I hope they work out. I hope you never have to use it for self-defense, and I hope you enjoy carrying it. To me, though, you know, these ones work pretty fine. All right, thanks a lot. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks. Take care.